Hi guys, and welcome back to Sum Things Up. So today we're going to do Quotient Rule and Chain Rule, and if you're here to learn these things or you don't 100% know them, please stay because you're going to need to know this for the rest of the year. Okay, so let's just get straight into it. So first we'll do Quotient Rule. So this equation, there's no other way to go around it besides memorizing, but don't memorize this yet because I'll give you like a little something different. So first you're going to identify the low denominator and the high, which is the numerator. So this is going to be the high, this is going to be the low. Okay, we're going to rewrite this equation as low d high minus high d low over low squared. Okay, so that's so much easier to remember. So when you're saying d high, you're taking the derivative of the numerator times the regular denominator. So just low d high minus high d low, low d high minus high d low, low d high minus high d low, and just yodel that in the shower, okay? Like, you have to memorize that, but it's not hard to memorize, so it's easy. Okay, so then once you know that, everything else is so easy. So this is high, this is low. Oh, where does that say g? Okay, so the derivative of y is equal to low, so the low, x plus 1, times the derivative of the high, which is 0, minus high, 2, times the derivative of the low, which is 1, over low squared. So this is going to be equal to 0. Cancel that out. Minus 2, so negative 2 over x plus 1 squared. You don't have to rewrite that. If it doesn't ask you to fully factor it out, whatever, it's done. Okay, this one's a little bit harder. Not really, though. Okay, so this is going to be high. This is going to be low. I don't know how that got there. Let me make this a little smaller so you can read my handwriting better. Sorry about that. Okay, so the derivative of f of x is equal to low, 5x squared plus 2, times the derivative of the high, and we use power rule. In case you're not understanding what I'm doing, I'm timesing this by 4. 3 times 4, so that's going to be 12x, 3 minus 1 to the squared. That makes sense, power rule. You should know power rule by now. Okay, times the derivative of the high minus the high times the derivative of the low, 10x, over low squared. Okay, this is going to be a whole big ordeal to factor out, but let's do it anyway because might as well. In case there's on a multiple choice, they're not going to answer it like that. So what's that? 60x to the 4th minus 35x squared plus 24x squared minus 14 minus, oh my gosh, 40x to the 4th minus 70x squared over, oh my gosh, that should be squared, hello. Okay, 5x squared plus 2, I should have probably done that math for that. I just rewrote that. It's fine. This is such a big ordeal. It's fine. Okay, so that's going to be negative 40, 60 minus 40, 20x to the 4th, plus 70x squared. How many x squareds do we have over here? We have negative, what's that, 11 x squares. So plus 70, 11 minus 70 is 59, plus 59 x squareds minus 14 over, wait, what is that, 25x squared plus 10x plus 20x squared plus 4. Hear my whole thinking. Can we simplify this more? Maybe, I don't know, but am I going to? No, that's like simple enough. Okay, I'm just gonna skip to the last question. This is gonna be the last one. So I'm not gonna fully simplify this, it's fine. Alright, this is gonna be high, that's gonna be low. Alright, so the derivative of y is equal to low d high minus high d low over low squared. So low, 3 minus 4x, negative 4, d high, 4x, minus high, x4 plus 6, d low, which is 16x to the negative 5, over low squared. Oh, sorry guys, my handwriting gets a little bit crazy. Okay, that's all you have to know. simplify it if the question asks you to simplify it or if it's a multiple choice. But you should know how to simplify by now. That's like algebra 2, algebra 1. So that's all you need to know for quotient rule. Low D high minus high D low. If you don't know that by now, drill that in. Okay, now we have chain rule. Simple, 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 simple. You're just going to take the derivative of the outside function times the derivative of the inside function. The only thing that I think is the hardest part of this is identifying what is the outside function, what's the inside function. So let's just do some drills real fast. Okay, so I just want to go over how to find what's the outside function, what's the inside function. So first one we have here is x plus 3 cubed. So the outside function would be x to the third. So we're doing x to the third is the outside function, and the inside function is x plus 3. If that makes sense. Because this is the x, you're plugging that in here. See what I'm saying? So the derivative would be 3. You don't change the inside. So you're not going to change what that x is equal to, basically. X plus 3 squared. You're doing power rule here. And then you're going to times that by the derivative of the inside, which is this. And derivative of that is just 1. So, okay, this is the same thing. You can rewrite that as x plus 3 to the 1/2. So then you just do the same thing that we just did. 1/2 x plus 3 negative 1/2 power rule times 1. Okay. Now this one gets a little bit trickier. So the sign, wait, this is like another thing I want to go over. So if it's sine squared of x or sine of x squared, what's the difference? This is equal to sine of x squared. This is just the x being squared. That I got confused on. Good thing to know that. So now if you rewrite it like this, you can clearly see what's the outside function. So then we're just doing the same exact thing as before. So 2 sine of x, right, to the power of 1. And then the inside function is sine of x, right? Oh, this is 2x. Well, whatever, it doesn't really matter. So the inside function is sine of x. So times cosine of x. Wait, this is 2x. Wait, sorry guys. Because you're going to have to keep the inside. You're going to have to keep the inside same until the inside becomes outside. 2x. Cosine of 2x. And then finally, the inside of that function is x, which would be the derivative of 2x is 2. So that's the answer. I know it's kind of long, but hopefully that makes sense. So same thing here for ln. The ln is getting squared. So this will be 6, because you have to times it by the 3, power rule, ln of 4x squared, and then times it by the inside, which is not 4x squared, it's the ln, right? Wait, what's the, it's 1 over 4x squared. I don't think I made a video on the log rules yet, but hopefully you know that. We'll go over that later. This is just in case you know that and you need to review quotient or whatever. And then the inside of that would be 4x squared, so the derivative of that would be 8x. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. That was kind of a lot. These questions are just like doing exactly what I just did, so we don't have to do this. But this is something new. So we're just going to do the first one here. So first I would rewrite this using the quotient rule, what you know. So 2g of x times, let's make that easier, times the inverse of g of x. I mean not the inverse, the derivative of g of x, and then times the derivative of x, which is just 1, but I'll write that in there anyway, just so you know. Okay, so now let's plug in. So if we're doing the derivative of 4 to g of 4, g derivative at 4 times 1. Oh my gosh, it's the inverse and derivative, like, difference is gonna kill me. Okay. So at 4, the regular one we have 3, so this is going to be 6 times, how am I looking here, times -2 times 1. This is equal to -12. And the other ones are just basically the same thing, so we're just going to end it there. Wait, guys, I lied. I feel like this one actually maybe we should go over because it like looks a little bit challenging. So the derivative of f of x. So the outside function here, here's h. So we'll do h inverse of g of x. No, not inverse. Oh my gosh, the derivative of h of g of x. Okay, because you have to take the derivative of the outside. So you just took the derivative of the outside, doing the derivative of h. And then times the derivative of g of x, because that's inside. Oh, okay, fun. Okay, now let's plug in. What are we doing? 4. Okay, g at x. Oh, why did I just rewrite that all if I wasn't going to plug in 4? Okay, 4. G at 4. Okay, so g of 4, we already did that, is equal to 3. So now we find h, the derivative of h at 3, which is right here. So that's negative 3. So we have negative 3 times g at 4 is negative 2. This is equal to 6. Okay, boom. So we just did quotient rule and chain rule, and hopefully you guys understand this. And hopefully if you needed help, this helped you. I'm going to try to do the trig rules next, I think. And then maybe like log and exponent. It depends when I'll get that out. We'll see. But hopefully this helped, and bye. Thank you for watching.